everyone, so today's tutorial is a much requested speed curling tutorial. I've done a blog post on this and I've mentioned it in previous videos, and a lot of times in my recent videos this is the hair that I've been wearing and I always get requests to do it. These are the curls that I do when I am in a rush in the morning, or if I just want something very laid back and natural looking, especially in the summer, or if you're getting ready for school in the morning. And I thought it was perfect because right now is like Olympic season and it's just kind of very like natural but polished and put together, except that one person that like broke a bone, not in gymnastics, but he was like pulling up a weight thing and he like broke a bone and his arm popped out and it was really gross and scary. And I saw a picture and I was like, I can't look. Oh, I looked. Oh goodness. So today I show you guys how to get this curling look. I use the Pantene Pro V Daily Moisture Renewal Shampoo, Conditioner, and the Silky Moisture Whip, which I explain more about in the actual tutorial portion. Pantene is currently sponsoring Natalie Coughlin in the Olympics. She's a swimmer, and before this Olympics, she was set to be the most decorated female Olympian of all times if she got 2 more medals. So she's gotten a ton of medals in the past, which is very impressive, and a lot of times swimmers don't have good hair, so I thought it was interesting she was using this line formulated for all hair types, but it's specifically good for dry and brittle hair. And I wanted to see if my hair would hold by only using one product in it, because if you guys have seen my everyday hair routine, I use a lot of hair products. My hair just soaks it up. My hair loves product. So the only product I have in my hair other than shampoo and conditioner is this one product. So I just wanted to see if my hair would hold, and it is like perfect right now. And it doesn't, I don't have any hairspray or anything in it, so it doesn't feel crunchy. It just feels very like natural. In honor of the Olympics, I'm going to call this my Go Gold hairstyle. And before I get started on the tutorial, I just want to say one more thing. There's going to be a blog post linked below to elleandblair.com that's going to have all the details of this in more like explaining details, but just to give you like a quick kind of idea, Pantene is doing a Go Gold hair contest where you can win really great prizes, and also they're donating $1 for every tweet with the hashtag Go Gold in it to the Youth Sports Fund up to $100,000. So it's kind of an easy way to give back by just tweeting or, you know, entering a contest that maybe you would have entered anyway in case, you know, to like win the prize. So basically all you have to do is create a video with a tutorial of your Go Gold hairstyle, or just in the video wearing it and talking about why it makes you feel empowered or pretty or polished or anything that just makes you feel like an Olympic winner. So I will link all of that below, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on my speed curls tutorial because that is the point of this video. Okay, so I'm starting off with freshly washed and dried hair. I kind of attempted to dry it as straight as possible because I have very naturally curly hair, and oh dear, I don't have lip gloss on. Oh bother. I'm like not camera ready. Oh, I'll just use this. Okay, I'm just gonna put on lip gloss so I feel a little bit more done for you guys. Yes. There we go. Do I look better? I'm going into a British accent, I don't know why. Okay, so I washed my hair with the Pantene Pro V Daily Moisture Renewal Shampoo and Conditioner. And my favorite thing about these are they smell so delicious, like so good. And that's a big thing with me with shampoos and conditioners. They have to smell good. They have to, or I don't like them. This one, I made a mess in the cap in my shower this morning, but oh, it smells so good. So basically this line is for all hair types, but it is especially good if you use heat on your hair, or if you have drier hair and you like a lot of moisture, which I do, my entire body. I just have dry skin, dry hair, everything. And so this actually helps dry, brittle, and damaged hair by moisturizing it and using like actual moisturizers that are in skincare products, which I thought was kind of cool. So after that, the only products, like post-shower product that I have in my hair is the Pantene Pro V Silky Moisture Whip Moisturizer and Styler. This smells just like the shampoo and conditioner, and this is actually kind of an interesting product. I was a little bit scared of it because you shake it and you put it upside down, you squirt it into your hand. Here, I'll show you guys just so you can see what it looks like. Oh goodness. So it's like a mousse, but if you look at it, it's actually more of like a whipped cream consistency than a mousse. It actually looks like the whipped cream you would like get out of like a whipped cream container. It doesn't look like mousse at all, and it doesn't feel like mousse. Like, you know how mousse kind of is like sticky on your hands and kind of like, I don't know, is like gooey? This is like very, it almost feels like It's just lotion that you would put on your face, but don't put this on your face. It's a hair product. But it's just very like smooth and it doesn't make your hair sticky. And the one thing I will say about this that you should probably be forewarned about, because it definitely helps hold your hair. Not in the same way mousse does. It doesn't make your hair sticky at all, because I really don't like the way mousses do that. And you also apply this to the ends of your hair and not the roots. So a mousse you would apply into your roots and kind of work it in, or the rest of your hair if you're scrunching your hair, but normally for volume you do your roots. This, you start at the ends of your hair and then you work your way up to the top. So I didn't put any of this on my roots. I just did my ends and kind of just brushed it out that way. It does have a very strong hold though, and one thing that I noticed is when I was drying my hair, I pieced it off in clips, and when I let the sections down, it was kind of already kind of crimped the way the clip was, which my hair does not do that without product in it. It doesn't hold that crimp with wet hair, but it does when you have this stuff in it. So I'm gonna go wash my hands, because you don't put this in dry hair, you do it in wet hair, and it's already in my hair. Now I'm going to get started on my quick curls, which probably won't be so quick in this tutorial because it's tutorial form and I'm talking, but this is the hair that I do when I am, is it on? Yes, it is. When I am trying to do my hair quickly and I want to curl it because I want it to look a little bit polished and full, but this is a very natural look. So it's a very like, it almost looks like you didn't curl your hair. It looks like you're not trying very hard, but you totally are, because you're a beauty girl, right? If you're watching this video, probably. Or you like watching beauty girls. Yeah. So I'm using I think this is a 2-inch Conair Instant Heat curling iron. I think it's a 2-inch. It's definitely not a 1-inch. It's like a 1.5 or a 2-inch. So step number 1 is use a curling iron that's a little bit bigger than what you typically use, unless you already use a huge curling iron. Normally I use a 1-inch, so for speed curls I use whatever this is, 1.5, 2-inch. Then you need a clip. 1 clip will do. You can have more if you want. My other one broke, so I'm making do with 1, but 2 is ideal. And then a hairbrush and some sort of heat protectant. That's all you need. It's a very simple look. Step number 2 is use slightly bigger pieces than you would use if you were doing a really curly look. So for instance, I'm going to split this entire back section into just 2, even though it's still kind of like a normal amount of hair, whatever. And I'm using my pointer finger, not my thumb, because the way I want my curls to go outward away from my face on both sides. So the way I'm going to do it is on this side, I'm going to flip the curling iron, so I'm using my pointer finger to open it, and then on this side I'm going to use my thumb, so it'll be upside down. So that's like an easy way to learn how to like switch your curling iron. And you would think that that would be like common sense, but it took me a long time to learn that. I have no idea why. I did my curling iron the same way on both sides. So I had one side going out and one side going in. And if you watch my old how to curl hair tutorial, like my really old one, I think I did that, which is like not that good. Anyway, so what I do is I start in the middle, I clamp it down, and then I kind of like open it up a little bit and slide it down as I curl. And this way, the middle and the top of my hair get more heat than the ends, because the ends are the most damaged. And a lot of times for my hair, I find that in order for the curl to really hold, it needs to be heated at the top and the middle of the hair, not necessarily the ends, because if the ends fall out a little bit, it's totally fine, because that's kind of the way this look. It's kind of like natural and stuff. So then I'm going to release it, and you have a nice little curl. And I'm not going to use any hairspray because I want it to fall out as I go. So I'm just going to kind of throw it in the back and do this section. So same thing, pointer finger. And this is the left side of my hair, or my head. So like if you're trying to figure out which one to do pointer finger and which one to do thumb, your right hand side is your thumb and the other side is your pointer finger. So now for this side, like I said, I'm flipping it using my thumb. And the good thing about these curls is they absolutely do not need to be perfect, because they are like super casual and you want them to like fall out. And step number 3 for speed curls is leave your curls in slightly less time than you would do for if you wanted to make your hair like really curly. So I'm just doing my whole head like this, keeping the curls the same direction. Pointer finger on this side, thumb on this side for the barrel. And just going for it, doing it quickly, taking big sections, speed curling for mornings when you're in a rush. This is also like good for school, because This is kind of the type of curls I did in school. Now, I used hot rollers in school. I didn't learn really how to use a curling iron until I went to college. But this would be, if I was using a curling iron, this is kind of like the type of curl that I would have worn in high school. Because it's quick, but it still looks really good. So I'm going to keep doing the rest of my lower layers, and then I'll stop when I get to the really top and show you guys, when I get to the top of my hair, and show you guys how I do it. Okay, now when I get to the top section of my hair, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So I'm going to try to explain to you guys how I do this, because I find that this works out the best. So I don't like my part to go very far back on my hair. I like it to just be about that much, so like that much. I don't want it to go all the way back. So what I do is I kind of put my finger at the end of the part and I pull that hair forward, so like that much hair. And it's not ever precise, so you just kind of have to like go with it. I mean, you could use like a comb if you wanted. And I also do it on this side. So then you end up with this section in the back, which is right at the crown of your hair. And I'm going to twist this and pin it back up, and that is what I do last. So I'm going to take care of these front sections first. So I'm going to curl them like normal. This cord is like really tight because it's plugged into the wall over there. So I'm kind of like pulling it to get it over here on this side. Okay, then after I have these front sections done, I'm going to release this back section. And this section I'm going to curl differently. And the reason is that my hair naturally wants to part all the way back to the end of my crown. So if left to its own devices, if I kept curling it the same way I'm curling the rest of my hair, what would happen is it would split naturally. And it would kind of look like this. It would just kind of like fall to the sides like that. And I don't like that. I think that it makes my hair look like it has less volume. So I'm going to take one curl worth of hair and I'm going to pin the rest of it back. And I do this one individually, one at a time, because if I lose the hair, like if I leave it down, I'll lose it back there and I won't be able to know which ones have been curled and which ones haven't been. So I have to do it very methodically. I'm going to take my curling iron, pointer finger up, and hold it horizontally and manually put my hair around it like that. What happens is the way it's curled, so it's a really pretty curl still, but it's going to go naturally to the back of my hair. So it's going to make the back of my hair really, really pretty instead of kind of falling to the side. It also gives the illusion of more volume even when I haven't done anything to create more volume. Try to show you guys how this works. Can you see? Just gonna kind of hold it like that. Okay, and that is it. So I have this natural illusion of more volume in the back because of the way I've curled my hair in the back. And the last thing I'm going to do, like I said, no hairspray or anything. You can use hairspray if you want. I don't like to, because on these days I want it to look like my hair just is naturally like a little bit wavy and healthy, and I just don't like to get that crunchiness that a lot of times hairsprays will get. And if you use this, it will give you some hold, so you don't necessarily need to use hairspray on top of it. So the last thing I'm going to do is just kind of finger it out, and this is just going to kind of loosen it up a little bit and also make it not so piecey. So see, on this side you can see like individual curls that I've done, but on this side it's a little bit more piecey and natural looking, and that's what I like for this. So you can leave it if you want. You can finger it out even more than me if you want. You can just do whatever you want. You could even use a brush if you wanted, but I just like using my fingers. And then you are all done and you have natural speed curls, fast. Without speaking and kind of doing it on camera, I can probably do this in 7-ish minutes, which is very quick for me. So, and I have a lot of hair and it's relatively long. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.